For some of you that have been here previously, you will know that I am a general contractor in the field of commercial retail construction. That means we do fit outs, rollout projects, some instances even ground up. But on the day-to-day, we spend a large amount of time in 3 states servicing those existing clients with small repairs. And when I have to head into the job, I like to go in light and tight. That means that on the daily, the tools that I'm using the most are hand tools. And if they require power, battery power, I'm probably rolling in with my 12-volt tools. That means I want something that's compact, lightweight, powerful, and efficient. Well, we have a new release. You've been asking for it, and it's finally happened. I'm super excited because I love my 12-volt tools. We're gonna give you the entire lowdown, all the specifications, the weights. We might even do some test runs with it right after this word from our sponsor, BCG Construction. Head on over to our merch store where you can get hats, hoodies, t-shirts, stickers. Link will be down below. It's the new SKil Pwrcore hammer drill. It's product number HD290A-10 and a whole bunch of other numbers under here that I'm not going to read. I don't even think that they're relevant, but I digress. This is their brushless 12-volt half-inch hammer drill kit. There are tons and tons of features on this Pwrcore platform that make this super beneficial, not only for, at this point, contractors, but homeowners. You're able to take advantage of this battery platform in multiple ways. And we're going to go over all of them, but you'll see here, longer runtime with the PWR CORE12. So what they're doing, from what I understand, they're binning their cells to make the most efficient packs. These PWR CORE12 battery packs. They're binning those cells that they're getting from the manufacturers of cells. We have a 5-minute charging power jump. So literally, if your battery on this platform, if your battery was full dead, you had one more screw to drive. If you were to pop your battery onto that charger, it would charge the battery to 25% in 5 minutes. It's a jump charge. What happens is it rapid charges, extremely fast, charges that battery. 25%, you could get the rest of your job done. But after that jump, that initial jump, it then slows back down to a standard rate charge. So it's giving you what you need, but it's also increasing the lifespan of the batteries themselves. We got charge other devices. Really great innovation, and why I said for a homeowner, this makes 100% sense. A lot of time, homeowners will get onto a battery platform, they buy the tool, and their jobs that they're doing can be very infrequent. So you have all of this money invested into a battery platform for tools, you're not maximizing your investment. With SKil, you have the ability to charge other devices with the charger and with the batteries themselves. So what other specifications can we see here? So it says industry-leading battery technology wraps each cell with cooling material to keep battery powering on for 25% longer runtime and 2 times battery life. It's like a real tongue twister. We got power jump charger, power assist mobile charging, built-in USB, offers convenient on-the-go charging for mobile devices, a power bank and tool battery in one. So not only does the battery have a USB port, the charger has a USB port for charging multiple devices. We have a 1/2-inch keyless ratcheting chuck. We're going to go over this. 12-stage torque adjustment, which means it's got 12 settings for a clutch. An LED light, pre-light and afterglow. Ah, the afterglow. Illuminates work area for precise drilling. High and low speed, so that means there's 2 speeds, 3 functions in one. Easily transition between hammer drill, drill, and screw driving modes. Very versatile. Digital brushless motor. Provides compact, lightweight power with 350 inch-pounds of torque. Woo. The contents. We have a hammer drill. I would hope so. We have a 2-amp battery with USB. We have a power jump charger, a belt clip, a Phillips number 2 bit. Because, listen, everybody, whether you're in Canada or Australia, or I know, like, I'm going to hear about this. Robertson's the best, and the Torx is the best, which I kind of prefer Torx myself. But the most universal drive is Phillips number 2. I mean, all over the world. You could find a Phillips number 2 anywhere. Like, try to find Robertson here, like in the US. Yeah, maybe for finish screws, but nobody's using Robertson. Okay, so get off it. We got a battery jacket. Specifications: 1/2-inch keyless ratcheting chuck, Torx 350 inch-pounds. Speed, in speed 1, you got 0 to 450 RPM. In speed 2, you got 0 to 1700. Impact rate, or BPM, in speed 1, 6,750. In speed 2, you have 25,500 impacts per minute, or blows per minute. Clutch settings, you got 17 plus 1 plus 1. So literally it's 17 plus the drill mode plus the hammer function. Here's the part you all been waiting for. Let's get it unboxed. First out of the box comes the owner's manuals. But here we have a warranty. 5-year registration required. Remember, you have to register your tools within 30 days of purchasing. Second out of the box is the jump charger. I gotta tell you something. We got a little bit of a discoloration here. I don't know what that means. Probably nothing. But you'll see here on the jump charger, we have that little USB port for charging smart devices or devices that require USB charging. Here is our PWR CORE12 2-amp hour battery. Now, I really love the fact that with this battery, they include a cover for the top to cover the connections. And why is that important? Because on the back of the battery that is charged halfway, they have another port for charging smart devices. And the good part is, if you want to pop this in a pocket, you don't have to worry about things like keys or change getting into the connections here and causing a short, damaging the battery, possibly even damaging the smart device that you're charging. Pretty cool they include that. Nice. And finally, we have the very handsome 1/2-inch brushless SKil hammer drill. I like the rubber overmolding here. I'm gonna call out the one thing, and I understand this is a 12-volt tool, but the one thing that is lacking with this hammer drill, you might already know what I'm going to say if you've been here for a while. When it comes to hammer drills, I prefer to have a metal chuck in this area. With 12-volt tools that are drill drivers, I don't necessarily care as much, but I feel like if we're going to be getting down working in cementuous products, there's more of a chance of damaging this outer shell of the chuck because of the type of work we're doing. If we were going to just use this as a drill driver, installing cabinets, finish work, I actually prefer the plastic cover on the chuck because there's less of a chance of marring the finished materials. Is it a deal breaker? Not necessarily, but maybe for Gen 2. Feels pretty good. Feels lightweight. How lightweight? Let's get a scale. We have our scale, but before I do that, I think we have to put on our belt clip. Have our little colored screw. It seems SKil has thought of everything. They're Phillips number 2 bit, double-sided. Okay. On that screw. Whoa. They have a little spot on the back of the drill for your double-sided Phillips #2. Quite frankly, I don't ever think I would use this. But, you know, maybe you would. Leave it down below. 2 pounds, 5.8 ounces. Bare tool. We all know you need to use cordless tools with a battery. Sounds good. With its 2 amp hour battery on, we're looking at 2 pounds, 15.7 ounces. So pretty much 3 pounds. Now that the battery's in, we have our directional switch here. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty standard. It does its job. It's positive. The gear selector from 1 to 2 for speeds. Very positive. We have a nice audible click and feel. Plus, we're not having any hang-ups between the 2 speeds. We also have a double selector ring. So 2 selector rings, one to enable the 3 type of mode, drill, driver, or hammer drill. If you were to choose the driver setting here in the center, you would then enable the 17 clutch settings, which also feels very positive, very tactile. Nice audible clicks, very positive stops, as well as the function selector ring. Feels good, and I don't think you'd have an instance where it would go from one function to the other. Feels pretty good. I'd like to test out the clutch feature because on 12-volt tools, generally what you're looking for is a more precise instrument. Sometimes brands of tools are so powerful that even on its highest clutch setting or lowest clutch setting, depending on how you get a lot of overdriving. So why don't we throw a bit in here? And we're going to drive a couple of simple drywall fasteners. Now that we have a bit in here, I am noticing a minimal amount of chuck wobble. Now whether it's this drive and the bit, maybe it's bent, which is a possibility. Overall, wobble looks pretty good. It's within tolerances. We have a simple drywall screw, 1 5/8. We're set in driver function. We're set on 17. Let's see what this gives us, driving wise. So pretty much it's full on. So let's crank it all the way down to clutch setting 1 in driver. Let's see where that gets us. So you'll see, as we drove that drywall screw, we're literally the bugle head on that drywall screw is just proud. So even our clutch setting number 1 is pretty tight, so to speak. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. If we go to speed 2 or setting 2 and we drive that drywall screw, you know, we're literally just a little bit more flush or less proud. As we go to 3, a lot of features and functions. I'll give you that much. So that literally sunk the screw, like totally sunk it. I want to just confirm that result. Yeah. So for shorter drywall screws, you have an idea. Your sweet spot to get them flush is that probably 2 setting. Let's pump up the size of the fastener. Let's let's set the clutch on 1 again. We're going to try to drive this 3-inch drywall screw. We'll see how far this gets us. So you'll see, as the fastener grows, the clutch becomes more usable, in my opinion. If we go to setting 2 and drive that same style drywall screw, we're getting a little bit deeper. The idea behind having these clutch settings and having multiple steps, 17 different steps, is if you were going to be doing a process, a repeatable process over and over again, a clutch is something you can set, and then it takes the step of trying to perfectly set that fastener by hand, having to manipulate the trigger. You allow your clutch to do the work for you. We're getting there. We were on 3. If we go to 4, and you can see pretty much 4 is our setting. Where our bugle head is not quite flush. If we go to 5, let's see what we get with it. Just trying to illustrate how productive you can be using all these features and functions on your SKil Pwrcore 12 hammer drill with a 1/2-inch ratcheting chuck. And it's finally happening. Let's pump it up to 6. I want to keep going until we have a perfectly set screw. Now that was near perfect. Plenty of power, I'll tell you that much. Let's set this to drill mode and just drive fasteners, see how it does. If there's any lag or stalling or... I mean, tons and tons of power in speed 1. Let's set it on speed 2 in drill mode. See how it does driving these larger drywall fasteners. No problem at all. I am down to 1 bar on the battery. Let's swap it out for a freshie. I tell you what, new battery, new sound. Listen to this. Can you hear the difference? We're still on speed 2, 3-inch drywall screw. Wow, that is a ton of power. Feels great in the hand, has plenty of power, has tons of settings. You asked for it, and now it is finally happening. SKil continues to expand their 12-volt platform and even their 20-volt platform. More and more tools are getting released. And if you like that SKil is listening to its users and expanding the platform to include the tools that you want, then smash the like button. Also, leave the comments down below. What do you think of the SKil 12-volt platform? I know a ton of you are already on this platform. You're using their oscillating tool. You're using their lasers. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you want them to keep adding the tools that you've been asking for? We want to know. Leave it all down below. With that, I want to say I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, especially you. I appreciate you. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you all on the next one.
Video's over, but I know you want more. So this is how you're going to get it. First thing you need to do is pretend you're this guy. And you're here at the birthplace of freedom. Now ring that bell like it's 1776 and let all notifications through. What? You're not subscribed yet? Well, smash this button here. After that, watch this video here, and maybe over here. See you later.